Module Overview. Module 3, Conceptual Art Movements and Key Thinkers, unpacks the evolution, complexity, and ideological foundation of conceptual art. This module advances you from an understanding of abstract visual language to an intellectual and often dematerialized realm where ideas, language, context, process, and philosophy are not just components of art, but the art itself. Unlike previous modules that emphasized formal composition and sensory aesthetics, conceptual art challenges the very ontology of art. What art is, what it should do, who defines it, and how it functions in society. You are introduced to the postmodern frameworks that emerged in the late 20th century, shifting from object-based making to language-based, performance-based, and institutionally critical practices. We dissect the history of conceptualism, explore its intersections with political resistance, feminism, activism, institutional critique, and post-colonial discourse. First, origins and early manifestations of conceptualism. The transition from minimalism to conceptual art in the 1960s, the influence of Marcel Duchamp's ready-mades, e.g., fountain, bottle rack, Sol LeWitt's Sentences on Conceptual Art, 1969, Idea Object, Art and Language Collective, and Linguistic Critique of Authorship. Second, language as medium, language as material, text-based installations, wall writings, manifestos, Joseph Kosuth's 1 and 3 chairs, the triadic structure of object, image, and linguistic definition, Lawrence Weiner's typographic statements as sculptural propositions, Jenny Holzer's truisms, and the manipulation of public space via language. Third, dematerialization of the art object. Lucy Lippard's thesis on the dematerialization of the art object. Performance, instruction-based art, ephemeral interventions, Tino Sehgal's constructed situations, invisible but legally owned experiences, Yoko Ono's Grapefruit, the score as art. Fourth, institutional critique. Hans Hacke's works interrogating museum politics and donor transparency. Andrea Fraser's performance pieces within museums critiquing their role. Fred Wilson's Mining the Museum. Curatorial power and historical narrative. The museum as medium and message. Learning outcomes. By the end of this module, you will be able to trace the philosophical and historical origins of conceptual art, explain key conceptual movements and the shift from material to immaterial art, understand the role of language, text, and performance in conceptual practice, engage critically with issues of authorship, participation, politics, and institutional power, apply conceptual strategies to develop ideas and artworks rooted in meaning rather than form. Studio projects and assignments. Conceptual proposal. Brief. Students draft a 500-word proposal for a conceptual art piece, emphasizing idea, intent, and delivery rather than materials. Text as art project. Using only language, students design a public intervention, typographic installation, or manifesto. Institutional deconstruction. Create an artwork that critiques or reimagines an institution, school, museum, government, church, etc., using conceptual frameworks. Virtual exhibition. Curate a virtual show using conceptual pieces. Can be documented via video, writing, or photos around a central idea or paradox. Core readings and references. Sol LeWitt, Sentences on Conceptual Art, 1969, Lucy Lippard, 6 years, The Dematerialization of the Art Object, Joseph Kosuth, Art After, Philosophy, Foucault, What is an Author, Adrian Piper, Performance, Situation, Script, Action,